Welcome to Soccerholics Podcast.
With João and Rob.
Falling apart over here. João and Rob, yes, that's us. You're Rob, I'm João.
Welcome back.
Episode 22.
22.
Yep. I always get that wrong. And I was going to get it wrong. And then you put the two up, and then I knew it was the right answer. If you're just tuning in for the first time ever on this pod, Rob and I have a heated competition of who can go to the most matches in person.
We do.
You know what I'm talking about?
We do.
In person, where the crowd's around you, people are chanting and screaming, the smell of piss in the air, beer gets thrown places. Yeah. So in this competition, in the last pod, I had tied it up at the Orange County soccer game. And this week, we do our pods on bright and early on Tuesday mornings. And then the very next day, I went to the LAFC versus Colorado Rapids.
Oh, that's right, Colorado. Yeah,
BMO, right. BMO is what the kids call it. It's BMO Bank Stadium, and it's now 6-5.
Now it's 6-5.
Yeah,
temporarily.
Rob, what do you think of all the the first thing was I looked at the time and it was like, I think the game was like 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning your time, and I'm like, I'm gonna wake him up with this video. I sent you the video like, hey Bob, guess what? 6-5. I'm like, good morning, sunshine. How does it feel? And then I had to put it in our personal soch, and then I had to do the pod soch. How do you feel? How do you feel about that, huh?
I feel encouraged because the first person I showed that to was my wife, and she said, you got to go to more games. And I was like, okay.
I like it.
So I am going to a game this weekend. So it'll be all square, hopefully.
It will be, yeah.
I'm going to a local game with the city that I live closest to, like the biggest city. And they're playing against one of the second teams for one of the second division teams. Yeah, it's weird because it's low down in the pyramid. I think they're like 5th on the pyramid or whatever. But a game's a game.
Yes, so, a game is a game. A game is a game.
As long as it's in the app, right? That's all that matters.
As long as it's in the app, that's all that matters. And the app we're talking about is the Footballogy app that Rob put me on. I never heard of this, and it's awesome. You can track all your stadium visits. I sat there when you introduced it to me. I'm like, I love this, and I went there for like my past 10 years. Sat there putting in every game I ever went to.
That's what I did.
Photos. If I took a photo that day, I uploaded that, and it's a fun app.
And if the Footballogy guys, if you guys are listening, we'll take a sponsorship. If you guys want to, we'll throw it out there all the time. We're already using the app, so
we follow them on the social. By the way, I don't know if you noticed that, but they do some posts once in a while. But hit us up.
It's a great app. It is a great app.
I sent them an email, by the way. I sent them an email saying, actually, it wasn't those guys. It was the live soccer TV app that I use as my Bible, that I use for the games, things, the schedule, the fixtures, if you will. So I emailed those guys, no response.
So when you email Footballogy, they get back to you quick. So I emailed them about, I was trying to put something in to add rosters to games that I've been to, and I got to one. It was like a Germany versus France game, and I emailed them, and they were like, in the next update, we're going to fix that. I was like, whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah, so. The same thing happened to me too. They didn't have the that Ronaldinho game that I went to in the Coliseum in 2004, I think it was. Yeah. They didn't have it on there, and I just emailed them, and I gave them proof. I Googled it, and I did a screenshot of the game and stuff, and then I would say within 24 hours, they already responded and said that it's in there now. Go ahead, do your thing. So that was pretty cool.
That is
I don't recall the LAFC Colorado game that much. I remember the crowd. It was a 0-0 game.
Which is rough.
Yeah, which was rough. And there weren't a lot of chances either. But it was nice. Field level again. Yeah. But this time, actually, it was close to where you and I sat. Except I was one section over, and then I was maybe 4 or 5 rows back. So it was actually a little, I think it was better from an elevated standpoint where you get to kind of see a little bit more of the game. We weren't that close to the sun, but I would say the most memorable thing was there's a bunch of guys in front of me, these Korean guys who, by the way, after Sun was subbed off, bye
They
bye.
left. Did they leave? Really? Wow.
They skipped town.
And when did that
Sun, I'm
happen?
out of here.
When was that? Like, I'm assuming the second half.
It was
but-
yeah, it was yeah, it was in the second half at some point, maybe like in the 60th
Oh.
or whatever. Yeah, but then
Wow.
yeah, I was like, oh, interesting. They had some really dope jerseys. Like it was in Korean, and I'm
Yeah,
assuming
see,
it
that's
said,
cool.
Sun the goat or
Yeah.
whatever. But anyway, all this like liquid. I'm calling it liquid because I don't know what it was. Let's hope it was water. Just started like pouring down on them. It seemed more
man.
like it wasn't constant. So it seems like somebody just poured something and threw like
see,
a
that's
grate
messed
or
up.
something, and then just kind of spread all over them. And so I was like filming like Sun, and then all that was happening. I was like, oh,
That's crazy. Well, I mean, that's reason to leave too. I would probably
Yeah.
leave after, if my favorite player was that happened to me.
out. We're here for
Yeah, once he got
Sun
pulled.
only. It's cool. I mean, he's definitely brought in Asian community. Like there's
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot more folks hanging around. But I thought that was interesting. It's pretty noticeable that like once he got subbed,
Yeah.
they're like whoop, and they like just stood up and just left.
And I'm sure the same thing was happening when he was at Tottenham because they're bringing in like a lot of people
Yeah,
from South
yeah.
Korea coming to watch him play. So he rarely got subbed off when he was playing for Tottenham, but I'm
Yeah.
sure still whenever he got subbed off, they were like, "All right, we're gonna go get something to eat now."
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
the other last thing that was part of my story is that I thought that the LA transit system was cleaned up and Karen Bass was doing a good job.
Oh, remember how it was when I was there?
No, this was the worst I've ever seen it. Going down there was fine, but getting back like around
Yeah.
10:30, it was like 100. I wish you were there for this evening so you can see the.
Wait, there was no guy
crazies.
harassing people on the train like when we were there.
There was a guy. It was like 5 people harassing people on the
Oh
train.
man,
Like,
yeah, that's rough.
it was rough. A lot of people who were just kind of like drugged out and like
Ugh.
kind of rocking, eating, and like one person
Yeah.
was like half naked and doing
Oh,
that.
man.
And it was bad. It was bad. It made me go like, I don't know if I could do. I think it's worse during the week. Was less people ride it. You know what I mean? Like on the weekend, we went to a weekend.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
We went to a weekend game, you and I. So I think there was more people, regular
Yeah.
folk, and then on a Wednesday there was less. Which I did notice on the ride there weren't a lot. I didn't see a lot of LAFC situations going
Okay.
on. So
Was it sold out? Was the game sold out?
no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was like a midweek game.
Midweek,
it
yeah,
was
that's
Colorado.
rough,
No offense to the Colorado
Yeah.
team, fans based out there, but maybe that's what it is. Like there was less normal folk walking around. But I always say the same thing. Yeah, what?
The standard number of crazies, but there was less regular people.
Yes, exactly. The ratio was way off.
Yeah.
No, I literally sat there and was like at the end there was one guy who was like walking around and there was like these 2 Asian women who clearly were at the game, probably
for
for
Sun.
Sun.
Yep.
And he just kept harassing like not like in a wackadoo way, like hey, that guy over there is looking at you guys. And then like just saying like random weird stuff to him.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there like just don't make eye contact, don't make eye contact, don't make eye contact.
But I was thinking about this. I wonder if like there are regular people, normal commuters. I'm not trying to, put anybody into
I
any
like to
categories.
consider
or
myself
whatever.
one of those people.
Yeah, but I'm wondering if some of the regular people put on an act so the crazy people don't mess with them. You know what I mean? Because it's
That
one
would be
thing
hilarious.
if you're kicking somebody's bag or something like that. But if you're just saying, "Hey, that guy's looking at you," you know what I mean? It's gonna keep the crazies away from you because people think that you're one of the.
No,
crazies.
these were genuine. Somebody puts on like they just go in like in their shorts and they're just like totally strung out and just to keep people away from them. I'm gonna do that next time.
That's what I'm
my
saying.
next
So
game.
the person who was half naked, maybe that was part of their shtick.
That was her life. That was her life. But this is what I said, and I've said this before. Like, the difference between like New York is that it's the craziest ride with the normal
With the
commuters,
regular- yeah,
where in LA the normal commuters ride with the crazy folks. There's not a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's not a normal mode of transport. It should be.
Yeah, LA
but
is
not
a
normal.
driving city for sure.
$65 to park at BMO.
Oh my god,
I'm
crazy.
thinking like, is it
Wow.
worth it? Is it worth it?
That's insane.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's insane. It's insane.
$65.
It's the park.
Man, that's just the park. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
How much are the game tickets? Like,
It depends. Like if you're in that level, I think I did like 115, 116,
oh
17,
my God, so
18
parking's
in that
half?
area. Yeah, parking's half.
Wow.
If you get seats like that. Yeah, yeah,
Man,
yeah,
that's crazy.
yeah, yeah.
Wow. Okay,
So that's
that's
why I took the
pretty
train. And
rough.
also, it's really mostly about. I mean, yes, that's crazy, and paying that is ridiculous. But it's also mostly the traffic and like getting down there and like
Yeah.
I told you, I've missed half. Like I've missed an entire first half, and I left in a reasonable
Yep.
amount of time. I left in enough time where I thought like, oh, we'll get a beer before we go in. Like
Yeah,
that's how
yeah,
much
yeah.
time I gave it, and we
Uh,
still got stuck. And then you get stuck on like getting off the freeway, and you're just watching everybody because it's like real close to the
yep, yep.
line, the road that takes you into the parking, and you just
Yeah.
there's this
Oh
huge
man.
line on the freeway exit. It's awful.
Yeah.
So that's why you do the train, but. I thought it was getting better. I even remember you and I went. I was like, "Oh, this is like so much better than it used to be." Like
Yeah, yeah.
this Wednesday was about as worse as I've experienced. It. This is where my kids won't go too. Like they won't go to a game with me because of that.
Oh
I even sat there
man.
thinking like, I can't have my daughter down here
Yeah.
seeing this. You know what I mean?
Seeing
Like
the
it
craziness.
was
Yeah.
not good at all.
But you don't get that when you go to Orange County, I'm assuming.
No, not at all. Free
Yeah.
parking in Orange County.
Yep.
Free
USL.
parking.
USL.
And
Oh
Orange County
man.
just generally is just very clean.
Yep.
I haven't taken. I've actually taken the Metro down there, which is kind of like an Amtrak-y, outdoorsy train, which is kind of nice. But at least getting down there, even if you drive, the worst part is the traffic. You're just stuck
Yep.
on the five for like 2 hours.
Oh,
Yeah, it
that's
can be.
crazy.
Yeah, it depends when you leave on a Saturday. The game's not till 7, so you probably don't leave. You won't leave till like 5 or 4.
Yeah.
You're
Man.
just sitting there, just
Yeah, that's
sitting there.
rough.
And then you get
That's
to the
rough.
Orange County game, you love it, but nobody scores.
Yeah. Well, somebody scored last one you were at.
No,
The last
that
Orange
was it
County.
was that was two straight. My 5-5 and then 6-5 in our competition were
Really?
two nil-nil
Oh, so maybe it
games.
was the one before that.
Yeah,
Maybe it was the Orange County
I'm
game.
destined
Wasn't
for
there like a
nil-nil
penalty or
games.
something?
Yes, it was a
Yeah.
1-0, and then the only goal was a penalty for
Okay.
Orange County, so that was good. That was good.
Oh man, that's rough. That's rough. That's rough.
He's sitting
That's
tracking for
rough.
2 hours and nobody scores.
And then nobody scores.
And then
Well, I
nobody
hope the
scores.
beer was cold, and I
The
hope it
beer
was
was
good.
cold,
Yeah.
and and Orange County is generally again very nice. It feels like the air is cleaner, and there's more
Yeah.
oxygen, and
Yeah,
it's a nice it's a nice area, I would say. But
Yeah.
yeah, you want at least a goal if you're gonna drive 2 hours to.
Of course. Of course.
And I
I
love
haven't had
Orange
a
County.
beer.
The minute there's like a USL team,
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Burbank, that's it.
Yeah.
My allegiance
I
is
I haven't
gone.
had I haven't had a beer in a long time. I'm gonna have one this weekend though. When I go watch this game this weekend, I'm
Yeah.
gonna have a beer. I think it's been like 3 weeks since I had a beer. So
It's like peanut butter and jelly. Like
yeah,
you go to a game, you have a beer, soccer, and a
especially
beer.
here in Germany. But I haven't been to a game in a while. I can't think of the last one that I went to. I think it was what was the last? I don't remember. I really don't. That's
It was
sad. It's been that long
Stuttgart,
since
and you're sitting in the supporting section or something.
probably. Or no, it was that maybe. No, it was a Stuttgart game where I was sitting on the other side. That's right, where I went with Amir, my daughter's boyfriend. That's right. So before we get started, real quick, I want to give a shout out to my brother and his girlfriend Alex. My first nephew is going to be born today at some point.
Wow.
So yeah, so we're waiting for that to happen. I'm sure he's going to send me
Schmoly.
a text or a picture or something. So
Yeah.
my nephew Quincy is going to be born today, which is pretty cool.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations
I'll get to see him.
the Rob family. That's great.
Yeah, I'll get to see him in August when we go to Texas. So
Yeah, that's
look forward
amazing.
to that.
You're going in August, huh?
Yeah, there's no games going
I
on
would
in
say,
August.
I would say, I was thinking maybe a fly out, but if there's no
Yeah, there's no San
I love you, Rob,
Antonio.
but there's got to
Yeah,
be a
so
game.
San Antonio doesn't have any games at home. Houston doesn't have any at home, and Austin doesn't have any at home. So all three of those teams, yeah, it's pretty rough.
The only reason to go to Texas is for soccer.
Yeah, and Dallas, they're too far away. I'm not driving to Dallas.
Yeah, it's like what,
So,
3.5 hours or
at
so.
least.
It's a long,
I mean,
big ass
we could-
state.
Normally we could hop on a plane, but gas prices are so high with everything. It's not something you can do.
I don't even
Yeah.
want to talk about it. I'm flying my son back from university. He's across the country, and one way was like almost $400. One way. Never used to be that
Yeah,
way.
that's rough. That's crazy.
Never used to be that way.
That is crazy.
Another reason I haven't done one of my baseball trips for a long time because we're flying him back and forth.
Yeah.
My joke is like, you're my baseball trips this
Yeah,
year. I'm
Eating that up.
flying him back and forth throughout the year. But let's talk about the FA Cup. The
Oh
FA
yeah.
Cup. I want to start with Manchester City and Southampton.
Hmm.
Southampton. Folks, just nobody dream. Nobody have hopes. Nobody go into evil always wins, Rob. Evil always wins. It kind of looks like you're wearing a Manchester City
Yeah, but
Stormtrooper shirt there, but
I'm
that's New
not.
York. That's
This is
New
New York
York.
City.
Yeah, New York City.
NYCFC people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and they played the Yankee Stadium, right?
they do.
I'm
So
curious how
their
that
new stadium
is.
is being built. I think it's going to open next season.
Okay.
So yeah,
Yeah, because I feel like it'd be weird to see a game like the way baseball is angled.
yeah, yeah.
Like I feel like you'd be too far away from the action. The way 'cause
Yep.
I've seen some of the games on TV, and it
And the
just
field is pretty short too.
yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty short.
All of a sudden, there's like sand on the pitch.
Yeah,
That's the pitcher's mound.
yeah. You slide into third.
Um, but going back to it, like let's go through the game. So this was the semifinal. City are now going into the final against
Yep.
Chelsea. Um, trying to get to the game here. Oh, there we go. So I'm watching this game. I'm loving this game because first of all, Pep puts on. He cares. You can tell he cares because later he brings on the big guns, right? So, but he
Yeah,
start he
he wants
starts
to win
off
this.
like which is weird. Like Phil Foden, like
Who?
like exactly like he's putting on players, which is weird. He's putting on players who don't normally play and maybe shouldn't be on the pitch. And to see that Phil Foden is now one of those players is a little sad. He
Very
struggled in
sad.
the
Yeah.
game. He could not hit the back of the net. He had a couple of moments, but it just wasn't happening. No goals in the first half. Southampton is they're dreaming. I'm dreaming at this point too. It's a great first start of the game, and I think at this point when we're getting into the second half, because I think going into the game, like Pep made like 11 changes or something.
Changes.
Yeah, something
That's
crazy. Yeah,
crazy. That's insane.
yeah, and then for a semifinal too, yeah, folks were a little like, really? Okay, all
Yeah.
right. But Azaz for Southampton just does this beautiful screamer in the 79th minute. This is like close to the end of the game. It's almost in the 80th minute, 20 minutes to go.
Yeah.
I even did a video. I was like in the middle of like the game was on. I was talking to my wife, and then that happened. I was like, ah! Like I screamed like I was shot. Like it was it was a
Yeah.
great goal. I went back and actually did a video of it for the Soch.
Yep.
But I was
Yep.
like, this is it. I think I even I texted it.
Yeah. 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 It was a solid goal. I
It was
mean,
a solid goal, but also like it meant a lot. Like it was like this could be a winner kind of goal. It
yeah.
felt like this could be a winner kind of goal. Kids, don't dream. Don't
Nope.
don't dream.
Nope. Pep still
Doku,
wants it.
who's yeah. What were we gonna say?
Pep still wants it.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
absolutely.
he's gonna
So
leave. He's gonna leave on a high note.
yeah, he brings on the big guns. Bernardo Silva comes on, Holland comes on, O'Reilly comes on. Doku scores in the 82nd minute. So there's only he dreamed for
Yep.
like 2 minutes basically. It's a good,
Yeah.
nice 2 minute dream. Doku looks fantastic. He's playing
He's
fantastic.
gonna play well this summer. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
He's gonna
yeah.
light it up this
I
summer.
don't like it, Rob. I don't like it.
Well, I mean, I know the World Cup. I mean, you can
Yeah.
enjoy everybody, but it's not playing against your team.
Yeah, no, that's
You know?
true. No, yeah. No, I like that he's playing. He's gonna play well for Belgium. I'm just saying I don't like that.
Oh, in this
It
situation,
just
yeah.
shows like I'm not a Pep guy, as you know, but it does speak volumes on how Pep coaches, because he can bring these players out.
Yep.
every bit like Liverpool has a ton of fantastic new signings. Manchester United has some great players,
Yeah.
but it's City who can take these players who you expect to do something and they actually do it,
Yeah.
and that's
And
what's so frustrating to me.
this is at business end of the season too. I mean, guys are looking, they're like, we got 7, 8 games left total. So,
Yeah,
might as well, it's all downhill from here. So,
Neil,
yeah.
baby.
Yeah.
Vidal, beautiful goal, beautiful goal. And then there was a moment, and then Nico scores in the 87th minute. You know that's done. I
That's
think there's
it.
some
That's
tears in the
nail.
Southampton players' or supporters' eyes. And there's like a moment too that there was they bring in the Southampton. It was like a set piece. They brought down the Southampton goalie, or the go or no, that's not true. That's not true. It was he came in to clear a ball, but he like totally missed it. So there's like a completely open net. I don't know if you remember this. And Dogu has the ball, and he's got Dogu Holland,
Okay.
O'Reilly, and he had like several moments where he could have just popped it into the goal,
Yeah.
but he still had to like get around the defender, and he passes in, and they totally miss. But that was
Wait, who
another
took the
moment they could
shot?
have made it 3-1 very very easily. Yeah, he should
Who
take a
took the
shot.
shot? Oh, they never got the shot off?
No, it was. I think it was. I think it was Nico again because I think he
Oh, okay.
had. Yeah, it was a goalie. It just enough time. The goalie finally. And actually, no, the goalie he did get back, but it was a defender who
Okay.
stood in the net, and then Nico
Oh,
kind of
okay.
kicked the ball, and he just kind of saved it easily.
In that situation, you got to give it to O'Reilly. I mean,
Oh.
seriously. Exactly.
So City goes through. If you don't know, this is City's fourth consecutive final. Okay, actually got some stats here. Be proud of me. Be proud of me.
I'm
It's
proud.
their fourth consecutive final. Okay, they've had
Hmm.
15 total appearances in the FA Cup. They've had 7 total wins, and this is their fourth straight final.
Wow.
But do you know who's had the most wins? Who has the most wins in the FA Cup?
The most wins. It's got to be. Is it Man U?
Close. They're second there. Arsenal with
Oh,
21
okay.
appearances and 14 record wins,
Wow.
and
Okay.
then Manchester United with 13, and they also had
Okay.
21 FA Cup final appearances.
Hmm.
But I mean, I think they're gonna win. I think they play Chelsea next, right?
Yep.
Uh, Chelsea leads another like dare to dream. I was hoping to see like sort of like a not that I don't think anybody wanted to see a Southampton Leeds
That would have been great. No, come on
neutral.
now.
I think it would have been great. I
That
would
would
have
have been
loved it.
great.
I would have
That would
loved
have
it
been great.
absolutely. But everyone folks who are neutral want to see like I would assume like
They
a
want to see
big
the two
club.
big clubs.
Yeah, two
Yeah.
big clubs. Chelsea has not been playing well.
Nope.
They just sacked their manager in the past week. A lot of
How
weird
many is
things.
that this season?
It's
Is that?
lot. I saw a graphic up where it was showing like the different clubs like Brentford and Chelsea and there's like just and then of course it was like Liverpool one where it's just Arnie by himself.
Yeah, yeah.
He hasn't been
He's
sacked
not going anywhere.
yet.
I think he's going to leave.
he's
mutual- mutual
skip. He's gonna
consent.
skip town. You think he'll? You think he'll skip
Mutual
town?
consent. I think that's what's going to happen. I really do. They're
You
going to
think
both
the
say we
pressure
want
is too
to.
much pressure, and he doesn't want to deal with the fan base going against him? But he hasn't had a chance to really show himself. Like you saw what he can do.
He won the league last year.
You saw what he could do in his first season. A lot of people will say, "Oh yeah, he played the Klopp style,"
Yeah.
but but he
Okay.
also had a healthy squad. This
That's
season,
true
you
too.
have a ton of folks who like we never saw Isak play very well. He
Yep,
got
not
injured,
healthy from the start. Yeah.
not healthy from the start, and then he got that horrible leg injury where I think he like broke something.
Yeah. Yeah.
He came back. He scored a goal in the.
He did.
We'll get to the English Premier
We'll get to that later,
after
yeah.
But he did. He's showing him stuff again. But so imagine like in the next season, you get a fresh, clean,
Yeah.
healthy squad.
No,
I mean,
it's true. Plus, like you said, there's all these new signings. They need time to gel, and then they need time to be able to have Isak in the team, and then also next year, because next year will be his third year, right? Will that be?
correct.
That'll be his third year. So for me, I think you got to give him 3 seasons. If he wins the league next year, which is possible, then I'll be like, okay, I was completely wrong. I was wrong because they did it last year. I mean, they're not doing bad this year. They're doing well. Most teams would kill to be in Liverpool's position right now.
Yeah. There's a one of my favorite podcasters always says like, bite your arm off for third spot or fourth spot.
Absolutely.
His club is not a third, fourth spot. We're talking about Chelsea leads. Isco Fernandez, the Argentine, scores in the 23rd minute. It's the only goal in the game, but there were so many chances on both sides actually that Chelsea there was a lot of like hitting the post. Same thing with on the lead side. A lot of one of those games where the ball just won't get back in the net, and a lot of special moments with the goalies on both ends. Just beautiful, beautiful saves. I can't remember his name, but there's an American player on Leeds where he really had a great opportunity for a goal, and it just did not get in the back of the net. It was one of those. Like, dude, you gotta score in this moment.
Oh, was that Aronson?
Yeah, Aronson. Yeah. Like he had a moment where he could have shined, but the Chelsea's goalie, whose name escapes me now, that's not how I do things, Rob. I don't remember names. Sanchez. Okay.
Sanchez.
That's why I have you, Rob. I'm the guy who knows nothing, and then I got you, who's the most knowledgeable guy I know in the footy world.
Well, my phone is.
I know, but you can get to there fast. Where I'm like, hold on. I'm like a boomer with my phone. The flashlight. I can't take it off. But yeah, he just got his foot on the ball. He was trying to get that like right the far corner, and he got his foot on the ball. Leeds does not take. They don't equalize, and Chelsea take the kick. So we're going to be seeing a Chelsea Manchester City final. What do you think?
That should be very interesting.
Who's got it? May 16th, Saturday at 7 a.m. PST. Chelsea, Manchester City, Wembley.
I'm calling it right now. I'm going to say Man City's going to win that.
Yeah.
Chelsea, they were a good team in the summer. But I don't know. They just I couldn't even tell you where they are in the table right now, but Chelsea just hasn't really been doing well. Where are they sitting at? They're in 8th. They're outside the European places right now.
I'm laughing because I was trying to get to the answer quick enough before you got there, and you beat me to it.
But Chelsea have lost 5 straight in the league. 5 straight. So, I mean, I don't know. City just seems like they're rolling. They're going to play that for Pep. Pep could still win the treble. If you think about it, I mean, yes, it's not going to be a Champions League treble, but Pep could still win the treble and then just leave.
Something, and then leave, which I think is what's going to happen. Sorry, Arsenal fans, and I think we'll go into the second half here of the pod talking about the English mirror games and what our thoughts are. But
I think that's going to happen.
I think it's one game, right?
Yep.
Arsenal take they're the top of the table by 3 points.
They are. But City's got a game in hand. Yep. So, yeah, I don't know.
It's going to come down to goal differential. It's going to be worse than that one season where they beat Liverpool by like one point.
Goal.
And it was a crazy season too, but it was like
98-97.
Yeah, and there was like another game too where it's like if this team scores by 3 points, and then City would have lost, even if they won, kind of thing. So I'm like watching that game on a second screen, and of course that going to fruition. But that's frustrating. I don't know. I mean, not for City fans.
I think if City wins the treble and Arsenal bottles it, I wouldn't say it's like the greatest season under Pep, but it's going to be impressive because nobody saw that. I mean, yes, nobody really. I don't know. I guess the Carabao Cup is kind of whatever, but if you win the FA Cup in the league after no one expecting you to win the league, you've been in second for the majority of the season, and then Arsenal just kind of falls apart. I mean, that's going to be pretty impressive. Yeah. Mark my words, Pep is going to leave. He is going to leave after the season.
Yeah.
Pep's next job. I don't even want to say this out loud because I don't want to say this out loud.
Say it out loud. It'll be recorded, in the pod. And if you're right, then you can be like, see, roll the tape. Say it, Rob.
If Spain happens to win the World Cup this year, and their manager decides to leave before the Euros, That's where Pep's going to slide into.
So, huh?
Yep, and he may never coach club level again. Yeah,
I can't really imagine him anywhere else.
No, I mean he has talked about coaching in Italy, so I could see that happening.
Yeah,
because maybe if Spain wins the World Cup, whoever the manager is probably not going to want to leave. They'll say, "I'm going to play the Euros and then maybe leave." Yeah, I think if he went to AC Milan, that'd be. Yeah, I mean, I think he has his eyes on more on like Juventus.
I know. I think you're right. I think he's done everything with club. I mean, he's like the most winningest. You know, but if you put the Barcelona and City stuff together, and
Bayern, don't forget he was at Bayern too. Yeah,
like is he the most winningest coach?
I have to look over because he's played in multiple leagues. Alex Ferguson only played, I think, he was managing in Scotland,
United,
and Man U, I think.
Yeah,
but I'd have to look that up.
Let me look it up. By the second half of this, why don't we take a break, and then by the second half we'll know the answer. We'll know the answer.
Let's do it.
All right. When we get back,
drink some water.
English Premier League and the Bundesliga rundown. And we're back. Second half here. We got answers, Rob. We got answers. Answers. Who's the most winningest coach in all of the land, Rob?
If you're going strictly off numbers, then Ferguson has it 49-40 over Pep. However, he did that over a 39-year career. Pep has done it in 17 years.
Oh.
Which is, yeah. So,
says a lot. Says a lot.
So, and I mean, think about it. Pep could get 2 more this season, potentially. 2 more titles. So,
and he said Pep has more Champions League, right?
He's got 3-2 over Ferguson.
3-2. Wow.
He won 1 with Barcelona, 2 with Barcelona, 1 with Man City. Yep.
Wow. I don't remember the Man City one. I must have just blocked that in my brain.
That was against they played against Inter. Yeah, Inter. I think it was in Istanbul. I want to say the final was.
I blocked that in my brain.
I will never forget De Bruyne holding the trophy. He went out of that final injured, but he still got his hands on the trophy. And then Haaland running around with it.
I don't like, Rob, how many times I've seen these guys lift trophies and the confetti and the fireworks. Too many times. Too many times. There's speaking of Istanbul, there's a lot of like documentaries that are coming out. There's a Liverpool Istanbul one. You had I forgot what it's called. It's like the magic in Istanbul or something like that. And then there's Jamie Vardy's coming out, which is coming out.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, May, which I'm very excited about. I'm a Vardy guy. I just watched the Ronaldinho one. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, so that one's in my queue. That one is in my queue.
Watch it. They don't go through. It's more of like a nostalgic look at his playing career, which it should be. I thought it was gonna get a little bit more in the nitty gritty. He's had run into some trouble.
He's had a career, for sure.
They brought it up, very lightly, when these things happen, but they kind of just stuck to the career stuff. And but it was great to see some of the these magic moments in this.
He's my favorite player of all time.
He's great.
I can watch Ronaldinho highlights. I can watch 4 games with him every day. I mean, he is amazing. And even now, like I saw something, he was doing like some tricks thing on some reality show or whatever, and he still has it. Like he can still do stuff. It's insane.
It's good. It's good. It starts with his brother, but his brother manages him.
Yep.
I don't know, spoilers, but he was the one who had the sort of the soccer career when Ronaldinho was like a little kid. But it was like, but they're looking at him as a little kid, going, no, this is going to be the guy. And sure enough. Highly recommended. But I like how that there's all these, they're just knocking out all these soccer documentaries. I'm very excited.
It's good. They're trying to prep people. We got what, like, I think
42
days? 44 days. Okay.
It's like 44 days. I actually looked it up when I was on the sitter this morning.
Yeah. The throne. Yeah, that's 44 days. That's crazy.
It's insane.
Until the World Cup starts. I'm pretty excited. I'm excited.
Oh, I mean, I'm like anxious. I'm anxiety. I'm very excited because I don't know. It's what it does to me that I like, because it just kind of takes over your life a little bit, and it's really hard to like focus. Like I can't focus, and
Hey, it's nothing
I
wrong. No, I know what you mean.
And
Believe me, I know what you mean.
I watch every single.
Yeah,
I'm curious because now there's more games if I can get through every group stage game, but I do
that's gonna be
not.
rough.
It's gonna be real rough, and especially
Yeah.
as it's not in the wee hours anymore. Like
Well, for me, some of them will be. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So,
I'm gonna be texting it. I'm gonna be wake up,
yeah, yeah.
Rob! It's the World Cup.
So I think the U.S.'s last group stage game is against Turkey,
Yeah,
and there's a guy
Turkey.
that I work
Rob
with,
Turkey.
Turkai. Yeah, there's a guy that I work with, and he every day he comes and he's messing with me. He's like, so yesterday he came up to me. He was like, so you prefer the red jersey or the white one? And I was like, I haven't seen the U.S. jerseys like the new ones yet. I don't know what the away one even looks like. And he's like, what size do you wear? And I was like, oh, I usually wear like a large for Adidas, Nike, and Yako. And he was like, so the red one or the white? I was like, I don't know. I got to see it. He's like, no, no, no. I'm talking about the Turkish jersey. I'm gonna get you one. which one do you want? I'm like, no, 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 no. That's not happening.
That's
That
really
is not
funny.
happening. Yeah.
I can see you wearing the Turkey jersey.
I'm not.
It's gonna be so fun. So
That
fun.
game is on at 4 o'clock in the morning here, so I
You
definitely won't
better
be
get
watching
up.
that.
No, 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 Rob.
There's no
This
way.
happens every
There's
4 years.
yeah.
You can't not sleep during the World Cup, Rob. I'm gonna be very
This,
disappointed if you're not up at 4 a.m. watching. You, I will. I'm gonna dig it up. I'm gonna dig it up. I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna show you my alarm clock in the last
oh
World
no.
Cup. It was like I kid you not. It was like 12:30, 1:30,
Oh, that's rough.
2:30. I would watch a game. I would watch a game and then literally sleep for half an hour, and then
Uh,
actually my alarm was Brazil,
oh,
Brazil,
okay. Yeah,
Brazil.
yeah.
That was my alarm clock. So I
Can't do
want
it.
no, it's got to be. Come on,
Can't
Rob.
do it. No, I
Come on,
can't.
Rob.
I can't. There's no way.
You were on the Soccerholics podcast.
You're
You
right.
are.
You're right. I will watch the game. I just won't watch them live. I will just won't watch them live. So I'll
I'm gonna
turn off
watch.
all my notifications and everything, and then that's how I'll
Calling
do
you
it.
on FaceTime and you wake up, Rob. Wake up.
All right,
We can do a whole pod on the World
and we
Cup,
will.
and
And
we
we will.
will. Let's start with the Burnley Manchester United. The reason this game mattered a lot at the time
I mean, Man City.
was was that if City wins this game, then they would pop on the top of
Yep.
the table.
Yep.
They win the game.
Yeah.
1-0. So for actually,
Barely.
it was really interesting because I took a screenshot of Arsenal on top, and then just like that, in the fifth 5 minutes in Holland, and then it's a screenshot of City immediately on top right at the beginning of the game. Of course, another dare to dream. I didn't really think for a second that Burnley would. They really actually since the last pod they've confirmed relegated, and will be
Yeah,
going
that's
into a
upsetting.
championship. Wolves and
Yep.
Burnley were the top the two big guys, and then now we
And then
wait.
Tottenham's right there. Yeah,
Tottenham was very close, but yeah. So City win. I don't think they needed to put a lot into it.
That's the momentum chart. My phone doesn't want to show it.
If you're watching on the
Watching on the
YouTubes,
That's the momentum chart.
Rob's got the momentum chart, and it looks
That
like Burnley
blue.
didn't even play.
Basically.
Yeah, it
I
was
mean, they
just
had a
like
couple spikes in there, but yeah,
right at the beginning, and then City was
Yeah.
just like, you're not gonna touch the ball.
exactly.
And that was basically the game. Was just City taking it. I'm surprised actually that there weren't more goals, but maybe that wasn't the name of the game for that game. Was just
Yeah.
like, let's see how long we can just hold the ball. Let's get 99%
Yeah.
possession. That'll be the goal for this game. Which made it sort of it could be a boring game if you're just watching a team with possession.
Yep.
But Burnley, they don't fulfill my dreams, and City
That's the
take
stuff.
it. They're at the top of the league at that point of the game. Fast forward to Liverpool 3, Crystal Palace 1. Saturday's game.
Yep.
As a Liverpool fan, I'm very excited about this. Isak scores in the 35th minute. Lovely to see this man score a goal after just being completely out of it with
Yeah.
injury. And,
Oh, yeah.
we were talking about it a little earlier in the pod. Just wasn't up to speed. Wasn't healthy enough to see what he's got. So it was really
Yeah.
nice to see it. And you can also see after he scores it, everybody embraces him on the team because you could see how much it means to
Oh, I'm
him and the
sure.
team that he actually got this goal in, and I
That
love those
recovery.
moments where it's like the pressure is so high, and then finally they score,
Yeah.
and then
I mean,
everybody's
the
like, yeah,
expectations. The
yeah,
expectation for him is super high.
super high,
Super
yeah.
high. So, yep.
And then Robertson, which is another very lovely moment in the 40th minute in the first half. Still, it was they're calling it like his farewell goal. Robertson looked like a striker in this moment.
Is he retiring?
Oh, he's not retiring, but he's leaving. He's
No, he's leaving. Oh,
confirmed leaving
cool.
the club. But he's like
Oh, okay.
he goes down. He's kind of like one of the last remaining co-op squad guys. He's been there for absolutely forever.
Okay.
He means a lot to the club. Means a lot to the supporters. I've been watching him. What is it now? Like 11, 12, 13 years.
Yeah.
So so this is sort of like a nice, farewell hurrah goal. But the goal was so beautiful. Again, it looked like he should have been in a striker role that entire time. The way this ball gets to him, and how he just gets it, yeah, in the back of the net. But it was
Yeah, that's
another
cool.
similar to the Isak one. You can see how much it meant to everybody. Everybody was, cheering him, and then at the end of the game, he's, the crowd, the supporters are giving him all the love.
That's
Munoz
cool.
does score in the 71st minute, but Buddy Vats,
Oh,
another
yeah.
beautiful goal.
That's 5 or 6, I think, on the season
Yeah,
for him.
right,
In
right
the league, at least.
in the 90th plus six.
6. Yep.
Verts gets a really nice goal in there, seals the deal. Liverpool take it. I think they're now in the third spot. No, yeah, that's right. They're in the fourth because
4th. Yep.
Manchester United. Who would have guessed Man U
No
will
one.
be where they are today? Tottenham against Wolves. Wolves, confirmed relegating. I kind of like went into this game thinking like, wouldn't it be interesting if this relegating team helps relegate?
Yeah, yeah. That would, oh man, that would be poetic. That would
They
be
just,
poetic.
I think people are interested in seeing like, I don't know if it's a Freudenschneiden,
Oh, Schadenfreude.
Schadenfreude,
Yeah.
Schnitzenfritzen. But I think people are kind of interested in like, man, this giant club. I do love
Oh,
the
yeah.
memes.
The memes are
Memes
they're
are so
top
funny.
shelf.
Yeah.
I've been seeing this one that keeps popping up, and this guy, he's like, I should have saved it, but he's like Tottenham, more like Bottenham, because they're at the bottom of the table.
That's
But I
good.
can't find it anymore. He's like Tottenham, should be Bottenham.
Should be platinum. I love it's just like the lower leagues going to this giant, massive stadium,
Yeah,
and then
Lincoln.
there's one where it's Tottenham. There's a reel where like this guy he's at this lower league thing, and like the gate falls off off the stadium, and like it's really funny. I don't know if you saw it, but he's like, "What the hell is this?" And like
Yeah,
the sand and the grass and the balls all beat up. It's very funny stuff. So I think the internet is preparing themselves for Tottenham.
oh, it's gonna be brutal if they get relegated. It is going to be brutal. Where are they sitting at right now?
They
So
are
they're in
there's
18th.
Yeah, they're still
Points.
in the I call it the quicksand of the
Yeah,
relegation zone because it's so hard to get out of it because it's like it's all the pressure, and
yeah,
then they're also they got teams that are close, only 2 points away with West Ham United.
yep.
Another what is that? Doing math here, another six. It's Tottenham, not too far off. There's like what 3-4 games left to play.
4 games. Yeah,
So it's a West Ham Tottenham battle basically, and
yeah.
maybe even in Forest.
Maybe Nottingham Forest. Yeah,
Forest is looking good. They just won against who they just played. They won like against Sunderland, 5-0. So just even on the goal differential, they might be in a better
they might
spot.
be
So I
safe.
think it's going to
Yeah,
really come down to Tottenham, West Ham. See how that works. But they both won their games. West Ham beat Everton 2-1.
yep.
Poor
Surprising.
Everton fans. So I don't know. It's looking good. Manchester United 2, Brentford 1. They've now got I think 3 games in a row where they've got to win. So there is a chance. This is last chance for Hair Guy right here. Last chance for hair guy. This game was awesome. Casemiro, who always reminds me of my cousin Mauro. My cousin Mauro was coming over. But Casemiro, who's having an amazing season on his way out, so he's also confirmed leaving the club after this. Okay. Yeah, so he's done. But he's just having. I think he's at his numbers, his Real Madrid numbers for this season. So he's definitely going to go out on a high here. Scores a beautiful header in the 11th minute. Doing a 6-7. The 6-7 still a thing? He's still got the 6-7.
I guess it is.
I'm sure he's doing it for some kid out there. Some kid out there. You have to do the 6-7. I want to do something different. No, you have to do the 6-7.
Yeah, it is different.
Sesko scores in the 43rd minute. At this point, it's Man U up 2-1. Brentford gets a little dangerous in the 87th minute. Wants that win, or at least to equalize it. Jensen scores, but whistle blown. Fat lady blew the whistle. Man U take it. They're now in the third spot. Who'd have thunk? Who'd have thunk that the trouble that they had this season, that this team
that they'd be where they are,
would even make Champions League, but are on top on the third spot, just under City by only nine points. Who'd have thunk? Who would have thunk? Carrick, so Carrick is just giving this team. He's got the Manchester United connection, but something about his management style versus Amarin. He's bringing up players who, like Ahmad. I never understood why Amarin didn't play Ahmad more. He's such a good player, and I never understood why he benched that guy. Anytime he has the ball, something's going to happen, and sure enough. Carrick is playing him, and he's kicking arse, if you will, for Manchester United. But I'm curious how this all ends.
Carrick is he like the permanent manager, or was he just a caretaker?
I think I read this week that they're talking about permanent. No longer interim status.
Okay.
He's won.
They're in Champions League spot right now.
I'm not numbers guys. I can never remember. I wish I was one of those 33%. But I did see some sort of graphic with Amarin and Carrick, and Carrick has done it was something like X amount of wins in 14 games versus Amarin's X amount of wins in 20 whatever games. So Carrick is clearly the guy, and has kind of sparked this new Manchester United team. We'll see how it all wins. Arsenal's on top, 73 points. Manchester City in the 70 points, just 3 points behind them. You said there were a game. Are you sure the Burnley game didn't get them equal on the games?
No, games ahead. I think they still have to play against Crystal Palace. Yeah, I think that's because the two of them both have 33 matches played. So
very disappointing. Okay.
they still got a game in hand.
Manchester United 61 points, 9 points behind City. Liverpool 58 points, 3 points behind United. I'm fine with it. Obviously, it'd be nice to get in the top three, but as long as we make
Champions League,
Champions League, they tie in points, but I think there's a goal differential with Liverpool on top. With Aston Villa at 58 points, and then Brighton, who's 8 points behind. So at this point, I'm feeling pretty confident. Even if Aston Villa gets ahead of Liverpool, we'll be making Champions League, because I think it's the top five for this season.
Top five.
Europa for 6, and then what's the other one?
So Carabao Cup winner gets, I think you get Europa League.
Oh, Conference League.
There's Conference League,
and the 7th spot. Yeah.
So if whoever wins the FA Cup, I think they get a Europa League spot too. So there's probably going to be 10 teams, I think, from the Premier League, in 9 or 10 that are playing in European competitions last year. That's what it was this year. It was 9.
Yeah.
So
it's crazy. So we'll see how it all ends. Rob, what the hell's happening in the Bundesliga? Would you mind giving us a I don't know, I want to call it a Bundesliga rundown, if you will.
Madness. That's what's going on in the Bundesliga right now.
I love madness.
And total madness. The last 2 match weeks or match days have just been bonkers. I don't want to talk about the previous week because that was a terrible week for my team. I'm going to do this rundown really quick because I'm going to give Stuttgart the love that we deserve. We had RB Leipzig 3, Union Berlin 1. So remember, Union Berlin has this new interim coach, first female in the Bundesliga. I think she's holding her own. I just think that Union Berlin isn't that good of a team. So you can't blame the losses on her, because if the losses are her fault, I can't get this out. If they're her fault, she wouldn't be where she's at, because obviously the team has been, crapping the bed. That's why the previous coach was out. I think she should be, kept for next season and, give her a fresh start. That's just me. Pretty progressive. Augsburg 1, Eintracht Frankfurt 1.
Heidenheim. 2026, Rob. It's 2026. You finally got there.
Yeah, it took long enough, right? Heidenheim 2, St. Pauli 0. Now, Heidenheim is getting relegated. They're already out of the league for next season. So the fact that they're pulling St. Pauli down, St. Pauli is struggling to try to stay in the Bundesliga. This does not help their cause at all. Then you had the Rhine Derby. You had Cologne 1, Bayer Leverkusen 2. Leverkusen is just a better team. Cologne, they're kind of struggling this year, but they're also a yo-yo club. I mean, I predicted this one to be 2-2, but, stuff happens. All right. Then
that's
this
like me
game.
With my weight, I'm a yo-yo.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Human yo-yo or accordion. Yeah.
So this game was crazy. You had Mainz 3, Bayern Munich 4. So when I looked at this game, it was 3-0 for Mainz. And I was like, because Bayern's already won the trophy. They don't really care. Yeah. They're not really playing for anything. They're focused more on the Champions League.
They're playing for goals.
Yeah. Exactly. They're playing for the Champions League and for the German Cup. So when I looked at this game, at halftime, it was 3-0. I was like, this is over, whatever. Well, it's never over when you're playing Bayern. I don't know who the referee was. Martin Peterson. All right, I'll give it to him. You had Nico Jackson, Olise, Musiala, and Kane score, all within, 30 minutes. I mean, that's 4 goals to come back to win this game on the road against Mainz. Mainz is not a great team, but Bayern should have lost this game. I mean, I think it's crazy that you give up 4 goals in the second half at home. Yeah, they're the best team in the league. They've won 5 in a row, or probably more in a row. But Mainz is another team. They're sitting in 10th place right now. I just expected more out of that. I thought they were really going to beat them. Yeah. This is the time to beat Bayern. It's the end of the season. They've already won the league. Get your points. But
I mean, usually if you go, even if you're Bayern, if you go into the second half of the 3-goal deficit, you would at least assume, that's it. That's not what happened.
No, that's not what. And Bayern has this ability to score goals quick. Last week, I said I wouldn't talk about it, but last week they scored 3 goals, 3 goals in 6 minutes against Stuttgart. So
I didn't want to bring it up again.
So they're a good team.
I watched that one, Rob. I watched that one.
Yeah. And, I hate to say this, but in the Champions League, I will be rooting for them because, I got to root for the German team because it helps the Bundesliga.
That's got to be tough. It
is tough. It's rough. I try to separate it in my mind.
I was going to say, you can root for the player, like a Diaz, a Diaz goal, or a Kane, Kane doing Kane things. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really. It's rough. It's hard.
Yeah.
All right, so you got Wolfsburg against Borussia Mönchengladbach. They played to a 0-0 draw. Mönchengladbach actually is doing pretty good. I have this board in my office where every week I move around the little pieces on the board to change their position. They were in 17th place at some point. 100%. They were in 17th place not too long ago. And now Mönchengladbach's sitting in 11th. I mean, they've moved up significantly. And I'm surprised. I thought they were going to get relegated, but here they are.
Oh, yeah.
Hamburger, SV 1, Hoffenheim 2.
And they're not far. I mean, if you look at the 9th, 10th.
Oh, yeah. 11th, it's pretty close.
12th and 13th spot. That's like top of that is 37 points, and then everybody's sitting at 32. And anything could happen. Anything could happen. Those guys could pop up to the 8th spot or 9th spot.
They say that in the Bundesliga, if you get 40 points, you're safe from relegation, and you see that from 9 down, they don't have 40 points. So there's a lot of movement that can happen, and there's still how many games we got left? We only got 3 games left.
Wolfsburg, that's huge. They might relegate.
Yeah. They're
looking like they are, or maybe already did.
Yep. Wow. Which is crazy.
That's a pretty big club.
It is. But that's the Volkswagen club, and they don't have a whole lot of money. the German auto industry. I don't want to get into that, but it's kind of hurting right now. I think a lot of the auto industries are hurting because of these Chinese.
I had a couple of Volkswagens. I had three Jetta leases in my lifetime. So
they're good cars.
Yeah. Except that whole scandal with the emissions.
I
watched that. Was that Dirty Money? It's another documentary.
I think it was Dirty Money. It was one of those.
I watched that.
That was a good one, though.
Yeah, that was another good one.
That was really good. Hamburger SV 1, Hoffenheim 2.
Delicious. Sorry.
Yeah,
I won't do that at every pod. Those delicious sounding. Well, there it is.
Stuttgart is playing Hoffenheim next week, so I kind of wanted Hoffenheim to lose this one, but I also wanted Hamburg to lose this, so you can't have it both ways. But I'd rather have Hamburg lose because I want Stuttgart to play Hoffenheim when they're at their best.
Yeah,
the Stuttgart supporters tend to go to the Hoffenheim stadium, and we have more supporters at the stadium than Hoffenheim does because they're one of those fake clubs. I'm gonna do an episode about that at some point.
But they're not doing terribly. They're in the 5th spot.
Yeah, they're doing pretty good.
They're probably Europa
they might make Champions League. Well, so that's the thing. If Freiburg and I think if Bayern win, what is that? The Champions League for Bayern, and I think it's the Europa League. Then we'll get a 5th Champions League spot. We gotta hope, fingers crossed.
But your next Stuttgart's neck and neck with Hoffenheim. Share the points, 57 points.
Yep, and we play them. We play them this weekend.
You got 4 more goals than them, so you're just above them. Ooh, you play them this weekend?
We do.
I'm tuning in. That's a tingle.
We do. That is 100%.
I think I'll be watching that one.
So then we got Borussia Dortmund 4, Freiburg 0, whatever. I mean, I watched that game. Freiburg, I think they're still reeling from the loss to Stuttgart in the German Cup semifinal. They look tired. They look slow. Plus, when you're playing in Dortmund yellow wall, it's just difficult.
Yeah.
But game of the week for me, Christian, I hope you're listening. That's my neighbor across the street. Werder Bremen is his team. He went to this game, which was in Stuttgart. I didn't get to go. I thought we were going to score like 4 goals on these guys. Now, I think Stuttgart was also a little tired from this midweek, German Cup semifinal, which we advanced in. We're going to be playing Bayern in the final in Berlin next month, 23rd.
That's huge.
I won't be able to go to the game I wanted to, but that's
you guys are going to score 6 goals in the first half, and they're going to score 7 goals in the second half. Yeah,
was that a 6-7 thing? Did you just do a 6?
Oh, 6-7.
So yeah, I won't be able to go to that game. But in this game, we did not play well at all. I mean, if you look at the momentum chart, it looked like we played well. We had 68%. Why can't I talk? 68% possession.
It's because you quit coffee, man. That's why.
Yeah. Well, I sleep good though because I quit the coffee.
You gotta get the cups. You gotta get the.
I've been
the cup
dreaming a lot, but we had a lot of opportunities. Like we had 20 total shots. We really had a lot of opportunities to win this game. We just for whatever reason couldn't do it. I don't know what the deal was. And at some point I was like, we're just going to lose this game. It's pretty much over 1-0. I was expecting.
And then you got a text message from a João who said what, Rob? Who said what?
Man, I'm not drinking coffee anymore, so I don't remember exactly what you said. What
I said Stuttgart is going to score goal and they're going to win the game.
That's right. Unfortunately, we didn't win the game. But
wait, am I looking at a different game?
No. Sorry, you're talking about the German Cup. Yes, in the German Cup semifinal, you did. I'm talking about Bundesliga.
Oh, you're right. I'm talking about
on Wednesday. Yes, you did.
Pokal.
Yes.
Yes.
So everybody, yes, João did predict that, and he was correct. He said that Stuttgart was going to win it in the extra time. It wasn't going to go to penalties, and they did do that. Yep. But in this game,
I should start paying attention to the pod. What do you think?
but in this game, I don't know. We were lucky to get a goal in the end. It was a nice header from Demirovic. He bleached his hair blonde again. So whenever Demirovic has blonde hair, he plays outstanding in that first game at least. So he was able to do that. He got us the point. We're doing okay. We're still in 4th. We could have potentially went up to third, or not to 3rd. No, we couldn't have gone to 3rd because that's right.
You share the points.
But we would have had a little bit more separation between us and Hoffenheim. So yeah, I mean, I'm happy that we got the win, the draw, the point, and we're going into this weekend, huge game, and I think our fans are going to take over the stadium. So
yeah, I'm gonna be watching. I'm gonna be watching.
You and me both.
6:30 a.m. this Saturday, 5-2. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there.
Oh no, that's right, because I'm going to a game. Damn. So, well, I'll have my phone out while I'm at the game.
Or here's an idea. Here's an idea. Don't go to the
No, that's not
game.
gonna happen.
Don't
Nope,
go to the
nope.
game, Rob. Come
I already got.
on.
I already got the
Stay
tickets.
home. Watch
Yeah, we're
Stuttgart. Come on.
because my wife's gonna be in Stuttgart with my middle son. So, I mean, my youngest son are gonna go to this game. Oh yeah. But yeah, that's a quick little Bundesliga rundown. Hopefully, Stuttgart can get a win. We got 1 point in the last two games, and right now at this point of the season, we really need to collect as much points as we can so we can assure Champions League football for next season. So
I think we can go viral with if we just send videos saying like, Rob, 6-5, Rob, 6-5, and you're like, João, 7-5, until we're like 187 years old. We'll be like, at the game, like, hey, Rob, number 3,242.
give the people what they want. That's what they want. That right there is what they want. So,
Tingles of the week. Let's see. Let's see. There's lots of them, my friend. Champions League, obviously, later today, 12 p.m. PST. Long lunch, baby. Long lunch. Right. PSG versus Bayern Munich. And semi-final, leg one.
In Paris.
In Paris. Paris will be on fire. We'll see how that goes. Obviously, Atletico Madrid, Wednesday, 12 p.m. PST, leg one, the semifinal game there. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. I don't think I have the energy to go to this LAFC Toluca game, but it's not off the table, Rob. It's not off the table.
What competition is that?
It's Wednesday. It's the CONCACAF Champions Cup.
Yeah. Why not?
And it's
in LA.
Time. I know.
You said it's on Wednesday?
It's Wednesday. It's another Wednesday.
So like this coming Wednesday, like tomorrow?
Today's Tuesday.
Today's Tuesday.
Already had a Monday. Tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. I'm feeling I'm still getting over that last Wednesday. Train ride back. I'm tired.
Hey, all you got to do is act crazy on the train.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do.
Maybe
They'll leave you alone.
Maybe I should. And obviously, anything Arsenal City. So I'll be watching the Arsenal Fulham game at 9:30 a.m. PST on Saturday, followed by the Liverpool Manchester United is going to be huge. So that's going to be a top of the table matchup, and then you got Everton on Monday versus Manchester City, 12 p.m. PST. Those are my tingles. I might have stolen a lot of your tingles, but what you got, Rob? What you got?
So I already mentioned it. We got Hoffenheim hosting Stuttgart on Saturday at 15:30 Central European time. And then, so this game is on, I believe this is tomorrow if you're in the States. It's on Thursday if you're here. I won't be up for this. I might just watch the replay, but we got the Hudson River Derby. You got the New York Red Bulls against NYCFC in the MLS. Yeah. I'll watch the replay. I will not check anything on my phone.
It's the U.S. Open Cup, folks. U.S. Open Cup. Yeah, 4 p.m. 4 p.m. PST.
Oh, I thought that was MLS.
Yeah, no, all the there aren't any. I think everybody now at this point is, except for St. Louis City and one Knoxville place, Columbus Crew. That'll be interesting. But mostly everybody in MLS are there. Louisville.
And the Colorado Springs Switchbacks.
Oh yeah, that's Colorado. That's another derby right there. Colorado Rapids versus the Colorado Springs.
Yep.
But yeah,
that should be pretty good.
That'll be a fun one. In fact, I'm going to tag it as a notification. I love the U.S. Open Cup. That's a good tingle. That's a good tingle.
It's very interesting. Very interesting. So yeah, those are my tingles for the week, and I'm hoping that Stuttgart wins. I'm hoping that NYCFC wins, especially against the Red Bulls. Hey, those fake plastic clubs. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sure there were a lot of New Yorkers that were supporting the Red Bulls before NYCFC came. I'm sure there were.
And they flipped.
Yeah. They had to. Yeah.
So same here. We got when everybody. Yeah. I always make the same joke, and I'm you have these folks who are hating on LA Galaxy, but I'm like, Don't lie. You were wearing that
You
LA
were there.
Galaxy jersey. You were driving all the way over to Carson and cheering them on. And then
Yeah.
obviously they created a team that's in the heart of the city, right next to the Coliseum. And
Yeah.
you got a lot
It's
of
hard to do.
allegiance, if you will, flipped. But I never understood like the anger towards Galaxy. I mean, yes, I am part of I am the like Carson's not LA boat, like
Yeah.
we're
It's
LA,
not. Yep.
because it's
Yep.
in the heart of LA. But outside of that, like I don't like want to murder. You know what I mean? It's like,
No thoughts
come
of
on, guy,
murder.
you were a Galaxy fan, okay? Nice try, nice
Yeah.
try.
Yeah. I put some things on the end of the notes here, but I'm just going to. There's one thing that I think is kind of a big deal. So FIFA is apparently going to change the yellow card accumulation rule for the World Cup because they don't want players accumulating yellow cards and then being out of important matches later. So they're going to
I could have
change.
used that in 20. What was the one where I blocked out of my brain? But the Germany 7-1.
Oh,
I could have used that with what's his face being out. He was out for a yellow card. So David Luiz was all on his lonesome in
oh
in
yeah.
that
Who was it? Who
game.
was that? I don't remember who
My
that was.
brain.
It's
You
not
talk.
braining.
My brain isn't
It's
braining
fine.
anymore.
You'll pull it
I'm at
up.
the end of the.
But they're trying to do it, yeah, in a bid to avoid players missing, key matches. So the
Yeah.
reports are saying that they'll add a second amnesty stage, wiping all yellow cards at the end of the group stage,
Thiago. Yes, sir.
and then Thiago, that's right,
Yeah.
and then after the quarterfinals. So they're going to vote on that this week in Vancouver, which the Vancouver Whitecaps, that's a whole nother story too.
Yeah.
But previously, it was just that amnesty came after the quarterfinals. But you're in the quarters, semi, you could potentially be out of the final based on yellow card accumulation. So, I guess it makes sense. There's 48 teams in the World Cup, so it does make sense to do that. But I guess that's the least they could do. This doesn't cost anybody any money. I'm surprised they did it. So, yeah.
It's going to be I can feel the drama already bubbling for this World Cup.
Yeah.
Everything's going on in the world. It's going to be interesting.
It's going to be wild.
It's going to be wild.
It is going to be wild.
Too bad we can't go. So even like I read that the train now to what's going to be the New York,
Yeah.
New Jersey Stadium.
Yep.
It's going to be
120?
150 bucks, and I think
And it's normally $12.90.
so $300 round trip to take that train now.
That's crazy.
If you're going to the game, to the stadium.
You might as well. I'm not condoning this, but you might as well just break into the stadium and just sleep in there. Just
Can you
there'll be a
imagine
game.
like ticket prices?
Yeah.
That taking the subway, whatever.
Yep.
Hotel,
Yep.
airline.
Yep.
I don't know how.
You still
who
got
are
to
you?
eat.
Who
You still
are
have to
you?
eat. I don't know.
Who are
That's
you that you
crazy.
can afford that? Because if you want to throw some money our way, we'd be happy to take it.
100%. Footballogy, if you're listening.
Yeah.
All right. We are rapidly running out of time.
We are. Oh yeah, look at this. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in the bag.
But,
Episode 22.
Episode 22. It's in the back. Thank you guys for listening. Hey, we hope your teams win, unless they're playing ours. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
I don't like it. See you the next pod.
I can't remember the last time I saw something like this.